from this small tiny island coming up to Cali to just compete, that's like a huge change.
I've never actually won a surf comp. I've definitely won a bunch of heats.
I never saw myself being here and doing what we're doing right now.
And we won against Kamehameha? Like, that's insane. Adding a national title onto that would be even more insane and like wow, legendary.
You know, getting off the little rock here in the middle of the Pacific, surfing in California against, you know, the 18-time national champions, Huntington Beach and many others, San Diego High School, Dana Hills High School. We can make history for the school. What I really hope for this team is they realize how big of an accomplishment this is, and they can always look back at it and say, you know, the first time in school history, we did this, we set the bar. We just want to put on a performance we're proud of. You know, we're in foreign territory here, so we are at a disadvantage, but it doesn't mean that we're not gonna put our best out there. There's only gonna be one team that's gonna be happy, that's gonna be able to lift that trophy. But if we can all just be proud of ourselves, and that would be a win for me.
Hey everybody, good work today, good work today. We look really good. Tomorrow we're gonna leave the hotel at 8 a.m. Breakfast starts at 6:30, so get up whatever time you need to. But most importantly, Tasso has an announcement. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kaya. Happy birthday to you. Brian Candles. And your chaperone flew a little red eye with you guys and drove you here, so great job, Chris.
Happy birthday, Kyle! Alright. Just relax and my first dollar.
It's crazy. I'm gonna be a senior. I feel like just like a few weeks ago, I was 14 years old and wasn't even allowed to surf on the surf team because I wasn't in high school yet. And now it's like, there's only 1 year left. I feel like a connection with all of them.
Spencer Churchill, definitely a character. To see him now, he's not scared to try longboarding, shortboarding, and he started bodyboarding. A lot of potential, and it's gonna be fun to see how he surfs in the next season.
This might be the end of the road. Like I don't know if you can go any further in terms of like school teams. So I'm pretty sure this is like the top of it.
The way the NSSA Interscholastic National Championships work is that each team member surfs, and if they advance, they gain more points. If they advance again, they earn more points. All of this goes to their team total. Each individual surfer, their points are added to the team total, and then you have standings for the team, and then that's how you determine the national champion.
The ocean is so ever-changing. There's never a time where like I go out in the heat, I'm like, okay, I know for sure what these waves are doing. If you can't outthink the other surfers in the lineup and get on that wave that allows you to do that turn, then you might not go far in a contest.
With Kaya Pistana, she helped me out a lot, especially during heats. Like, especially if I didn't have a wave or I didn't have the two that I needed, then she would kind of help me out, like, oh, you should go for this one, or like head more this way, it'll be easier to catch one.
Being able to like work as one team, that's gonna be big for us. I feel comfort in knowing that the 9 people I'm surfing with tomorrow, they're feeling the same way.
I had been working on my vertical turns. I had been working on my wave selection. I made time in my schedule for like 2 sessions a day with video analysis in between, so I could look at what I was doing in my past session, saying, okay, I need to do this better. Competitive surfing was just like, oh, that's something cool, but like, I don't think I can make it. That fear of the uncertain, not knowing what would happen, kept me from trying for like, I would say 15 years of my life. By 10 you should have won a competition, and then by like 11 you should have a sponsor, like, and I didn't have that because I was in school. I will say there are days I just can't get work done. Like I just like spend hours on my phone. It happened recently. I just could not fall asleep, and I just spent a long time on my phone, and it just felt like I had unfinished work to do. To be honest, I'm kind of nervous, like, because I have improved so much more than last year. I definitely have higher expectations for myself this year. Last year at Nationals, I couldn't even paddle the board that I'm paddling now. I just did not have the muscle power for it yet. This is like almost my 20th session out here, maybe 21st, and I've done the physical work for sure. I've spent a whole year training for this. I've been keeping like an electronic journal. Here's what went well in my last practice, here's what I could improve on, and here's how I can improve on those things. So I select like 3 things and I write them on my hands every day before I paddle out. There's only so many waves that will have that section that will allow you to do that turn. I do these drills where I replicate that same movement on land, but instead of having to wait for a wave to come to me so I can do that movement, I can just like rep it 10 times in a minute.
She's like that.
Okay.
A lot of times I wonder where she is. She's always in her room with her meditation, and she's very disciplined about that stuff. And yeah, what you saw is what you get.
And as I paddle out, I usually say a prayer just to like thank the ocean and like God for the opportunity to surf, and just state my intentions for like why I'm in this water, this sacred water.
Yeah, it was definitely a big change surfing for 5 hours versus like 2 or 3.
The challenge for the Hawaii kids is that we fly up there for 4 days before the contest. When it's in your backyard, yeah, you have a major advantage.
Fear. The waves are different there, a lot different, and I don't particularly like them very much.
Being able to catch the waves is what I'm worried about, yeah. If they're not steep enough, then you can't really get enough momentum to really get on it. So I'm just worried that I'll come into the shore without a single wave, like on the scoreboard.
We're all pretty hungry to win, because that's how it's gonna be in the heat tomorrow.
You have to look at, okay, where is the peak of the wave? How steep is it? Is it gonna break before it gets to me? Can I make that drop, or is it just too steep? How soon do I need to start paddling? Are there other people around that are catching it? It just kind of builds and builds.
If I was surfing right there, like, what would I do in their position? How critical your turns are, like how close to the lip of the wave. I try to stay like close, because if I go too fast and then it's like flat, then that's not really a good score. After school, I go to baseball practice.
I love surfing so much, like, you could probably say I like it more than school. But I'm not gonna say that, because that's not okay.
Okay.
My friends, they tell you like, oh yeah, she's a surfer girl. Yeah, his first surf contest this year. Wow.
You guys wanna paint?
No, just draw. Yeah, we're gonna make this into an art.
Look. Look.
What?
Look.
Oh yeah.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. You do an O, and you draw an X there. When anything bad would happen, or any of us would just, like, whenever we want to get together, we'd always go down to the ocean. My first swim was when I was a couple months old. My mom and dad took me down to the water and put me in the water and dunked me under, which probably wasn't a good idea. When do I get to go out? Or could you take me out? Or can I go out by myself? Age of like 4 or 5, I could stand up in like ankle-high waves, and my dad would push me on the inside.
Hey, it's a sticker.
Ryan, what color is your surfboard? I stood up and I rode it all the way to the sand, and then I fell off. There's one day, it was just massive, like the outside was bombing, and I was like, Dad, I don't want to go out, like, please don't make me go out there. And he just told me, he sat me down and was like, you got this. It's mind over matter. That's what we always say. It's mind over matter. And in order for you to do well, you have to push past your fears. And he said, not to the point where you don't feel safe, but you still need to push past your fears in order to get somewhere. And he said, just paddle out there and don't hesitate on any wave because you might get hurt. But he said, just have fun. He's like, I know it may be scary, but once you catch that first wave, I'm sure there'll be a smile on your face. I was paddling out in a really big set, and I didn't make it, and I got held under for like so long. Was trying to like fight past the wave that was holding me down. It feels like time goes by so slow because you're just under there waiting for the wave to like stop and lose its power, because it has so much power. It like comes up and it crashes, but it'll sweep you under. I finally got out of the water, but I was like coughing up water because I had inhaled so much, and that was like, I went in after that and I was like, I don't want to surf big waves ever again. But after that, I kind of just learned, like, it was a learning lesson for me. Like, I learned to push past my fear, even though that was really scary. I'm like, okay, that happened to me. I've experienced being held under. Like, if it happens again, I know what to do.
And you start to look down, and it looks like you're looking off like the face of a cliff, and your stomach just drops out of you completely. Like, it feels like you can't breathe for a second.
When you hit it, it kind of redirects your board and hits it back the other way. So you kind of feel like a little like snap from the lip, and it happens really quickly.
I just tell myself like I just have to go, because if I back out like right when I'm in the critical spot, then I'm just gonna get like smoked. Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes I go and I still get smoked.
You kind of just gotta tell yourself that you're gonna be okay. Like, even though you don't feel like it, like, you're gonna feel like, oh no, I'm gonna get hurt, or oh no, like, something bad's gonna happen.
It's super easy to just kind of pull back a little bit and let the wave go by. I always end up regretting it every time.
I cut open my head like with my fin. My head eventually heals, so then I'm like 100% ready, so I can go back and surf.
When you have a big group, and especially a group of high school kids, you need to have a plan. And plans always change. You can always deviate from the plan, but you need a starting point, especially with teenagers, right? We set early lights out time when they're supposed to go to bed.
We keep it like how we keep it in Hawaii when we compete. We try to give the kids their snacks, their tent. You know, we go celebrate them after when they come out of the water for their heats. So definitely there's nerves because it's a bigger stage at a different wave. But the core of it is still the Iolani surf team together. travel together and to live together and to have to eat breakfast together, ride in the same vans to the same venue together and come back every night, recap. I think that's what kind of slowly started bringing the coaches and the kids together. The ones that graduated, they kind of let it off, and then the ones who stayed and became the upperclassmen, now they're bringing the new surfers in on the team, and they're extending their aloha, their team, their family vibe to the surfers coming out, as well as the coaches always supporting. It's like if you take a summer trip with your family, you know, summer vacation. We had so many parents on board and flew up on their own dime, and the Churchills, Ted and Michelle, along with the Arazumis, some of the other parents came and took care of all the meals, like making sure the dinner was bought or cooked by the time we got back to the hotel. So all the little details this year was really, we're so thankful for the parents who showed up to help, and whatever we needed as a team, they ran out and got it. And we also had a lot of support from the staff at Iolani, Chris Butler, Lee Fortuno, and of course all the coaches, always watching out for the kids, giving them advice.
It means a lot to be able to come in and have a little something to eat. Auntie Noli and Coach Dave are always bringing food and stuff, which means a lot at like the 5 a.m. The sun isn't even up yet.
I think Dave Kazama is definitely a huge part in making all this possible.
Mentally, he's always thinking, how can something get done? There's never a can't. There's always a can.
That's all Auntie Noli, and you know she lays back a lot, right? And likes to just kind of be in the background, but she led that charge, no doubt. When every surfer comes out of the water, we need to high five them. We need to shine a light on them. She said, I want to build this as a family.
And deepest person closest to the rock boat has priority.
Because the reason for their thinking is,
you're going left.
even let's say this person, it reforms that direction. That's why they say no left. It's a left point break. Our rules left. Even if he coming right.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's go left.
Hi,
I don't think I understand.
Like how Ace was saying, how there's like 2 peaks. So you have, I'd say you have to be able to make both of them just in case, because it was kind of breaking all over the place.
Just keep it simple. Like, don't blow the wave. The main part is like finishing the wave and getting the score. So just read it and don't blow it.
I think it's good to like sit on the beach and watch the 2 heats before you're super closely to see, if you can figure out the pattern of where the waves are coming.
For sure.
Yep.
The last thing you want to do is come in and be like, oh, I wish I caught that wave. Obviously, if it's a jump wave and you know you have better scores than that, don't go. But I'd say in the beginning of the heat, if you can find a solid 2 waves, get it, and then be more selective. You don't want to waste your time on a wave that won't give you a bigger score than the last 2 ones you had, but be willing to take some chances, especially if there's a set coming in and it was white wave.
The bigger ones, sometimes you can go all the way across, and then there's that section at middles that you can hit. But if it's smaller, you need to stay with the whitewash and then make it to the shoulder.
Even if you take off late behind the whitewash, the wave is soft enough where it'll allow you to pump around. You can still stay in the pocket and get some good turns.
Instead of immediately going down the line, she faded right, and everybody backed off, and then she was slotted again. That was a good. So if you guys are more outside of the deep section, you could actually go right, hit it, and then you're still right there. That's kind of your style, though. You like that. Yeah.
Well, because it like blocks people from going like right, and then like because they all like try to catch it after I stand up.
And there's no reef, so a lot of the waves don't really have like they're not all consistent. Like reef breaks, you sit in the same spot all the time, but there's no form to a lot of the waves.
Well, after surfing it last year, I think this year I also realized, kind of like what Lyle said, there's not really a long wall, so you gotta stay in the pocket. And yeah.
So you guys saw today when someone finished, they're like, yeah. And even though someone had a great ride, when they didn't land it, you're like, oh, right, you blew it. So I know you guys have been hitting that finishing turn. Just make sure you ride it out for a second or two.
You're like, nervous for this for some reason. It's like weird.
This is good.
I think it's like
Did you care?
you definitely have to just be super conservative in how you serve, like physically conservative.
I kind of noticed like two different peaks, like that deep one by the rocks, and then there's like a patch, like a boil patch you can see, where it's like the wide ones kind of breaks there every time. And then I think since there's no priority, you should kind of set up a little deeper because most of the ones come deeper. And then like if you catch a deep one, you want to look for like the wall to stand up because like today I saw Noah Kawaguchi. Everyone was like trying to scratch for the peak, but then he like took off on like that deeper peak and made it across, and then it bowled up for him, so all the way.
Hey, we deserve to believe that we can do well because we have done well. I mean, 9-1, that's an incredible season. So let's let our past give us confidence going into this, and let's just focus on being present, being aggressive, and just putting on a good show.
I think the waves are good and consistent, then I think I'm feeling good.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been like really antsy this entire day. Like I've just been kind of burning with energy. I want to get my jersey and I want to get out there and I just want to just surf already because I think like the anticipation is so much worse than the actual heat. So I'm ready and I think everyone's ready.
Don't get like butthurt about it. It's not that deep.
Man, you hanging around me too much.
5:15 bus. You're not gonna have breakfast out here because it starts at 7. So again, make sure you guys have some food tonight for breakfast tomorrow. Okay, make sure it's in your fridge.
I didn't see any other teams out there like you guys were out there the last 2 days. You've been putting in the work all season, and so I think you're ready. I feel optimistic. I feel good. I think you guys are going to surprise yourselves. I think you're going to surprise yourselves. So, yeah, you're ready. All of you. Every single one of you.
Through. 1, 2, 3, ready. Wait, that's not what we practiced?
We'll do it better tomorrow.
It's definitely worth it.
Watching my dad and other surfers and seeing like how they were able to do those type of tricks and kind of copying them so that I could try it. He would put me on his surfboard and then catch the wave with me on the surfboard. So I would just like hang on and I would just ride the wave with him. Look to see like technique and their body movements, and I try to copy that in the water.
My dad and my mom, give credit to both of them. He's just like the person I look up to and kind of my mentor.
My dad always made a huge effort to sort of include me in the things that he was passionate about. 4 or 5, he started taking me to Baby Queens at Waikiki. I saw this broken wave coming and I was like, oh, I could give it a shot, you know, just for fun. And then I actually caught it and I stood up and rode it. It made me feel kind of powerful, like I could do this on my own. I didn't really need my dad to always be there to push me into it, you know?
We are at the hotel right now. We're setting up our boards outside. A lot of us are a little tired. I want you guys to take a look at this photo. Really important to get this in the movie. Leigh started putting in her fins backwards on her board. Everyone's a little all over the place, but we're getting in the right mindset to go surf. We have 2 days of training, so we need to be ready by Friday because there's the comp on Friday, so we can't surf. And we're all really excited. We're all really happy. The team's really close right now. I'm really excited, looking forward to our day.
Okay.
Hi, Spencer.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Okay, so what are your feelings right now coming to California again for the second year?
I'm excited. I feel a lot more prepared and just kind of ready to go surf. Sorta. It's gonna be cold, so I'm kind of over it. But it'll be fun.
It wasn't an official high school sport. 3 years ago, we couldn't fill every roster spot on our team.
Everyone's so focused on studying, and there weren't a lot of competitive surfers that went to Iolani.
It's not like soccer where you have 25 built-in friends for life right there. Our team used to just show up for their heat, check in 15 minutes before their heat, surf their 15-minute heat, and then we'd hear, oh, I gotta go, I got an appointment, and they leave. The first day when we had our only loss of the season, no one got down. It wasn't, oh, you didn't do this, we could have done this. It was, you know how close we were to beating those guys? They're the defending champions. We definitely proved to them and to ourselves that we're for real. You know, so I really love how they turned out what could have been a very deflating moment where we kind of disbanded and separated to it was really kind of a unifying moment. Like, you know, nothing's gonna get us down, nothing's gonna make us turn on each other.
I didn't really process that I had a leadership role because to me, team captain is just like, keep doing what you're doing, keep encouraging people, and just keep being there for everyone. And it didn't really hit until Najo actually said something at the team dinner that night. He's like, Sunny, I think you're team mom. I was like, team mom? What do you mean? He's like, because you're just unconditional love and support for all of us. And I was like, whoa. That's really cool that someone like said that. It kind of like hit me. I was like, wow, they think of me as team mom. That's really cool. We're all leaning on each other. We have some that are more quiet. We have some that are more expressive. I could go on about them for days. For the 2023 to 2024 season is probably our strongest team yet. Even though we didn't win every single contest, we still qualified for nationals. That just opened the door for this season, which has been a dream season.
I never thought of it as a possibility that we'd be here 2 years ago.
2 years ago at this time, I was at a wave pool in Texas, and no, I don't think I would have believed that I'd be a nationals, no.
I'd love to get a name for myself here in California and bring it home for like our like Ohana in Hawaii. A lot of those like 5 a.m. wake-ups we had throughout this entire year, super tough. I hate waking up early. Coach Dave, he knows how much of a struggle it was to get me to places on time. Probably pissed him off a bunch this year. At home, I'm kind of slow-minded at home. I'm not like rushing to get out there and surf. Here, the coaches are filled with enthusiasm, picking us up early in the morning. Had Coach Shen and Coach Chris like come into our room and tell us to get out of bed and get down for breakfast in a nice way, of course. I think the whole like being here now, looking how our work during the year has paid off, it's like really time to get dialed in.
Exposed into mainland opportunities, mainland breaks. We did a tour of the University of UC Irvine, and hopefully some kids go there.
I have been really interested in like underwater archaeology, which, you know, is related to surfing. The idea of like exploring shipwrecks and stuff like that seems a lot less daunting to me than I think it would be otherwise.
More than a year from now, I'm gonna be attending the University of San Diego, and they have a surf team. Because the championship tour is like the highest level of surfing in the world. It's slim chances for everyone. It's such a big goal to make the championship tour. It's kind of scary for me to say out loud that I'd like to be on the championship tour. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to be on the championship tour. But I also want to go to college, so it's like there's two different paths in front of me.
I want to at least try surfing on like the world tour, like once in my life maybe. I just want to see how it feels. Like, even if I don't win, I want to be on that level of surfing.
Depending on where I go to college, I want to surf for their college team.
One of my fears for this gap year is that I won't use it productively and I'll just be at the same level as I was when I'm starting it now. It's one of my fears, like not changing and not growing. And so to do that, to change, to grow, I need to change my actions, my routines, and like my mindset too. And so that's kind of deep. So that means I do have to overcome some bad habits. Like, I cannot keep staying up late even though it's summer. I cannot waste time on my phone as much as I love connecting with my friends. And over social media, there's a point where social media becomes unproductive and not connective at all, and I gotta shut it off. And just being more disciplined. Discipline and faith in myself are gonna be my biggest challenges. Today it's like trying to get myself hyped for my 7 a.m. Waking up at 7 a.m., getting into the water. It's gonna be colder, I know that, because I'm in Cali. There's like a stereotype of being a beach bum if you're a surfer, which means like you don't go to school, you just hang out at the beach all day and just surf all day. And there's definitely some people in the world who are like that. That is not what the Iolani surf team is. Like, Iolani is such an academically hard school. To get a national title, I think it also proves something to our school, like, hey, our surf team is like for real, give us PE credit. I think it also proved to the state that, hey, surfing is seriously a sport that we want to see in high schools. It'd also be a great way to just end off my time at Iolani, and I just feel like there's so much support I've gotten from everyone, the coaches, my teammates. I'd love to pay them back with something that just shows them, hey, I'm here because of you, and this is for you, you know? Lots of cold wax for the team. Because the water up here is cold, we need to use a different wax than we use back home.
Well, I've known Sunny for probably 12 years, but I never really knew who she was until when I started surfing. And throughout like the last like 3 or 4 years that I've known her, I can't remember like one time where she said anything bad about anybody or anything. Even like the waves could be flat and terrible, but she's always just so like positive and encouraging. A lot of the times when like stuff doesn't go my way or the waves are bad, I always end up being negative about it. And Sunny kind of just gives me a better attitude and shows me like that, like, wow, like if there's someone who's around you that's this positive, then it translates to everyone else. So it kind of helped me out and just like put me in a mindset where you got to stay positive no matter what, because it doesn't just help you, but it helps the rest of your team.
You can put yours that way.
4 a.m. How are you feeling?
Ready to go. Didn't sleep well, but I think that's a good sign.
Okay. Eva?
I also didn't sleep well, but I'm not sure if that was nerves or if just the living room was super cold. But I'm feeling pretty ready.
Okay.
So I just know the water's gonna be cold.
Okay. Coach Shannon?
I got my coffee. That's all I need. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah. Nice practice.
Like, I would paddle wide going out and then come in and over. So as you go wide and you set, you're ready for that. If you look out the back and doesn't look like much, then you can move over.
Okay.
All right? All right.
Right? Go flat. Get down the line and now pass it. Stand back right here. You get the slide pass. Another one. Right down vertical green with a beautiful power. Right, smashing it. And he's out. Second wave is Jacob at 4-1. Right. Nice snap there. Right up. Right. Beautiful snap. Crack another one. Tackle. Just kind of milking this. And catching up. And gets another turn. His legs go on. Too tired. Taking third from ʻIolani, Castle 30.
You know, I think I want a little bit of redemption because last year I didn't do so well. I got eliminated in the first round. But besides from that, I just love to surf because I kind of represent Hawaii in the best way that I can.
Right.
Just try to get 2 solid waves. Gonna try as hard as I can.
Right. Nothing yet. Now gets a hit off the top and another day. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From Iolani in white. Rocco, killing. Go. Wide up. Hard it back. Spencer, Sophie turns a tiny wave. Now white. Right. Coming back and now bangs that section.
Good job, Spencer.
When Sunny was a little girl and Ace was a little boy, and they'd surf together, and you could just see them getting better and better and better.
He's just smooth, and he's not scared to throw errors or try something. And what I like about Ace is his dedication. He shows up crack of dawn to practice before his heats. Maybe his heat is like 11 a.m. He's there before the competition starts to get it done.
As soon as I went in the water, it was really cold. You know that you like training and practiced for it, and you just don't want to lose because then all that practice would be for nothing. When I see a wave coming, the first thing I look for is where I am, like for the wave, and how good the wave is in terms of like the length of the wave, and that kind of tells me where I need to paddle to in order to catch it and where to position myself to get the best ride. And once I get on the wave, I tell myself if I need to like start going fast on the wave or slow down to stay like by the pocket to get the most scoring potential. My first heat, I got like an 8-point ride. Got a good backup, but it's just going up against the older kids makes me feel like they have an advantage over me.
And now dropping to the bottom, but a nice hook there as well. Look at this one. And then,
Before we get to the official results from the last heat, in first place in advancing, Jane Libby in red. In second place in advancing, in green.
It's my second heat. I couldn't really find a rhythm. I was like constantly paddling back and forth between 2 peaks because the waves were pretty tricky too, and I was kind of like confused with this.
And Ace is trying to finish off the wave here on the inside. And here goes red, Ace. Into the lip. Ace having a look at his left. Nice floater to get started. You were in first. You were looking to replace the 317, but you are waiting on a score. And Benji, you're in fourth. You need a 1.23.
The waves were a lot stormier and bigger.
Are you satisfied with how you did nationals?
No, not really.
I saw one of her videos recently, and that turn she did on it was wow. Getting a nice little wave to it. Okimoto. And ʻIolani. Stand up, Nigel. ʻIolani. Is that right?
Get it. Yes.
Nigel. Ripping this one. ʻIolani. And then the yellow. Orange. Nigel.
Nigel.
Yeah. How's it back?
Go, go, pump it, pump it.
ʻIolani. Ripping this one. Quickly. Five, 8, 3 for two fly. Taking the win. So we're taking from San Diego. Open right. Orange.
Come on. Pump, pump, pump. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
6, 7, 5.
Yeah, we got that shit.
Margo again.
Pump, pump, pump,
6, 7, 5.
Hit it.
Nothing right.
Come on, Khalid.
Nice tighty. Can stand up from here. Nice tighty. And then turn around and push it off the top. 1, 2, 3, Green up. A lot of scores going in now. Green up.
The spot where you sit is like the most important because it gives you the priority over the other girls. Like one of the things that might make or break your heat. I definitely say it hurts when, for example, at the USA Open, the contest right before Dana Point Nationals for my school, I got to my final. I was in first place for like half of my heat, and then I dropped down to second place. And there was probably like 5 minutes left. I ended up losing by 0.3. I just needed one more wave, and it then never came in. And it definitely it sucked. But I also was like, I was that close from winning. I can come back next year. I can totally do that. It was going well, and then I would say halfway through the heat, there's no waves. And I was like, okay, I've caught all these waves, like I think I'll be fine. And then the kid, I think he was like around my age, he caught like a really good wave, and it took me out second, put me in third. And I just needed like one more wave to advance, and I didn't get it. There's always going to be somebody that's better than you. If I want to do well, if I want to perform well, I can't let these things bother me.
Just go, girl.
If the waves are even smaller and even sloppier, then I don't know if I will catch anything.
Okay, she went.
Girl, you're charging. You were amazing. Good job.
It was close, man.
Yeah. What place did you get?
I got third.
You guys won or not?
What?
I tell myself something like, come on, like you used to dream, like you thought this was a dream, like you didn't think you could ever be here at National Surfing. How bad do you want this? You used to pray for times like this. Now go out there and make it true. I trained for almost a whole year for nationals to redeem myself and to push into the final.
Get it back out.
That's where all the good surf, and that would be good selection. But see, even paddling wide on this, I don't mind it. You have some opening. That's where you want to be.
Big hook there, funny. Oh, nice right there. Right. Getting right out in front of that one. Right in the back. Make that two. Now it's standing up for her.
Good goes white, Sunny.
But by now it's over. The boom, get back out.
Cool.
Okay? Other than that, you just gotta like
Oh,
trust your ability and try and have fun and engage in a couple of turns. And then see what happens. Okay? Well, I guess you've got a jersey to get, and then you're gonna paddle out. So you got about 8 minutes before you paddle out. And I think that's all I have to tell you. Just gotta sort of, you know, if you feel like it's your wave, paddle for it. Okay. All right.
Mom. Did you see Kaya's last one?
4.1 for Nara. So Nara second. Combo for the win, looking for a second ride. Naomi third, looking for a 2-6 at least. She's looking to open up the account.
That's what happened to my quarterfinals. I took 2 huge waves and did some turns, but unfortunately didn't land the ending turn on neither one of those.
You got a 6 for your first wave. Everybody else still waiting to open their account, so waiting on a couple waves here. There goes Blue. Tying it back in. Nice sweep to get started. Whoa, pretty nice looking wave here on the inside. Dang, nice finish. Yellow just behind goes over the handlebars. So Blue getting a nice start as well.
She made it out of her first heat right after she comes out of the water. She didn't win. And it's always on her mind. Maybe for the day. Sunny takes everything to heart. You know, so it's hard for her to lose a heat, but it happens. So she needs her time after a heat to kind of gather herself. She kind of likes to be by herself, but you know, she'll bounce back pretty well.
Bittersweet, like I wish I progressed further, but it is sweet in the fact that performance-wise, I have progressed a lot. I got out in the quarterfinals. It was a bit of a bummer because I would have loved to make it to the finals even for the trophy. But it didn't sting as much as I thought it would because I it all I had. I went for the big waves like I practiced. I went for the turns that I had practiced. Didn't land them, but I went for them. And that's so much better than like, oh, I wish I went for that wave, or I wish I tried that maneuver. I could have scored high. And I know that I did all that I could, and with more training, I can land those maneuvers and progress onwards into the final.
He's up and riding. Oh, nice turn there. Drops back in. This is Kaya in second. Ooh, nice part there. Nope, yellow, leg. Okay, good for you. Right out of it. Yellow. Leg. Nice start. Now it's up front. Good, Jack. Sandy, you are going up and having that face. So Happy, Shay, Grace, Samaria, Heidi, and then we're checking in. Andy, girls, please come over so we can be the awards.
What? You want to help me carry it? You want to help me carry it? No, I can't. No, I'm good.
Cardi, open up with a 4-5.
Come here, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, give me 5. Yeah. Yeah, good job, buddy. That's a little bumpy. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's all icing on the cake, man. We had fun times. Hold the head, yeah. Take, get in here.
Very stoked, glad that we made it through the finals. First ever.
Sunny's grandma sent me this text and I want you to read it real loud.
This is not planned at all. Okay. Dave, I'd like to donate $1,000 towards a celebration for the Iolani surf team. Whenever, however you feel appropriate on this trip for a nice dinner, lunch, tournament shirts. The team
Go
coaches.
farts.
Yeah, that's not on there, but okay. The team coaches and parents worked hard to earn the invitation to this competition and won the state title. It's something to celebrate and remember, especially for the seniors.
You have made us all proud. You have all left your mark in the Iolani community and the school's history. Congratulations. Enjoy the further competition and celebrations. Be safe.
So go-kart racing is on Sunny's ground today.
Grandma.
We're leaving at 9 because that's the rule.
Nick?
It has our name on it.
Thanks so much for getting excited. And help with the kids. All right. You practiced, you killed it. I'm so proud of you, brother. Great job, great job. Came this close to winning USA Championships under 18. Longboard. Awesome job.
Eva was like super positive throughout it all, and she stayed out longer than most of us, which was impressive. She kept trying to get waves, and it ended up paying off. You scored some inside waves a lot throughout the trainings, and then although like your heat didn't go as planned, I think you kept a super positive attitude throughout, and it was like really impressive to see like stay supportive and stay at the beach all day and like keep a good attitude and be like happy and be able to like be converse.
Nigel, I really appreciate honestly the energy that you bring to this team. Like this was my first year on the surf team, even though I'm a senior, so I know that's a little bit unusual. But you were incredibly welcoming and kind, like just right from the get-go. I didn't know who you were at all, pretty much. You welcomed me with open arms and said hi in the hallways and stuff, so that was really nice of you. And I also really appreciate your passion for surfing. Like today I was looking out at the water and it was cold and I did not want to go out, but you were out there like 3 times again and again and again. So that's honestly really good.
Thank
I'll go first. So before this trip, I didn't really know who Kyle was, but throughout the trip, I feel like we've gotten a little closer and we've become friends. And realized, aside from the mentality kind of stuff, just you persisting through all your heats and doing a great job, it was really impressive to see, and I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, like I didn't really know you that well either before this trip, but like your vibe. So I really enjoy your sense of humor. Like you're a really entertaining person to be around, and I admire your hard work in the lineup when we were practicing. Like you probably called off a couple kids so you could get your wave. No, I think that's good because I didn't really do that because I just didn't really want to mess with them. So I think that's a good thing that you called them off so you could actually get some practice in.
I'll go first. Okay. First things first, Ace is like the most determined surfer I've ever seen. He's been out like all day long, every day, no matter if there's like the contest or not the contest. So I'm like, really? That's like super inspiring, and that actually like made me want to go out and try shortboard because I saw like the sick waves you were getting, and also like the fact that you continue to like surf and like also through throughout the year, like I've just like gotten to know you and seen your surfing, and like it's really I think inspired like the whole team. Like you're probably one of the best surfers on the team. So yeah, good job.
Yeah, Kaya is just like the most positive person.
Bro.
She is always encouraging everyone on the team, like no matter what, like how they do in their heats. And she's been surfing really good too. She just got second place in the USA Championship, so she's like one of the best girl surfers in the nation. So it's a big accomplishment too. Yeah, she's been doing really good.
I just want to thank Ryder for just being super kind, super positive, and for having really good style on the longboard. Like Ryder's like, I may not have known him very well before the surf team and the trip, but after this trip, like I've just gotten to appreciate just like whenever you come in, like just like a job, whatever. I mean, it's just like there's nothing negative about him, and it's just like great for support and everything that the surf team needs. So yeah, I guess I'm very appreciative for it. So thank you, Ryder.
I mean, Hassel, it was like you were like born in the water, like like you're like the waterman like of the team, like you're just good at everything in the water, and like it's like super impressive, and like you're so charismatic and fun, and it just like uplifts the team, and you just like go out there and like charge the waves. Like the first practice day, like I was like on the side, like just like scoping out the crowd, but you just like went straight to that outside and ripping it. So yeah.
What I like about the boy is he's always such a chill guy, and mostly he does his own thing, which I like, because I mean just today, instead of going surfing or whatever, he just chose to take like a nap on the beach for like the entire time. I admire that. Yeah, he does his own thing and he sticks with it. And yeah, that's great.
I had Lay, and I feel like everyone said everyone's so positive, but Lay I feel like actually is so positive. No, I feel like we can all agree on that though. Like Lay's, I feel like probably has the most positivity on the team of anyone. Like on the first day she was like all cold and like all like wasn't getting that many waves in the lineup, but then like she was still like all smiling, having a good time, and made a hakule out of the kelp. So yeah, I just think Lay's brought a lot of positivity to our team.
I feel like I never really talked to you before surf team, and so I've been really happy to get to know you because I think that you're a really chill person and a really nice person overall. I don't think I've ever seen you be mean to anyone, which is super admirable, and I think that you're also really good at bodyboarding, and I'm kind of bummed that they don't have that here because I feel like you'd have absolutely destroyed it.
So, I just want to say first things first that I just feel like Sunny's our rock. She's always trying to motivate us as best as she can. She's very she's very determined. Yeah. So I could just always see her in the lineup, just ripping it up. And she's just kind of our number one cheerleader too. Every single contest, she's always just cheering us on from the beach. She's the main person I heard during my contest.
Chloe, I think you're one of the most improved surfers on the surf team. I remember in the beginning of the year, I think this was your first year on the surf team, yeah? You were kind of you showed up, you weren't exactly certain yet because it was your first time, but then I'm really glad I got to see you develop and gain confidence out there in the lineup. And you're shredding the insides during the training sessions. I'm how is he landing those finishing turns? Because I had trouble landing them. But it's been so impressive to see you grow throughout the surf season, not only short, but you did bodyboard, and then I think you did longboard at some point. It's just incredible to see how versatile you are. And this is only your first year, but I feel like you have a bright future on this team. So thank you for joining the surf team, and I look forward to seeing what you do.
When I'm surfing with a team, I hear everyone cheering on the beach. That just kind of makes me super happy.
They're gonna hype you up even if you did terribly. You come in and everybody's like clapping and they come in and hug you. Like, it's the best feeling, honestly.
Seeing your family happy and seeing them proud of what they're doing.
Our senior captain, our fearless charger, Keikoa, come on up.
So many good things in life are expensive, like a luxury car or a trip. Like, this trip is expensive, but making someone smile is free and it feels the best. Yeah.
I hope I'm never like gonna be like someone like that looks back on their time when they could surf. Like, I see a dad with his son and he like rips, and I just hope that I'm that dad with my son that like rips.
Hello, so.
Wait, Daddy, Auntie Lei, can we go shopping maybe tomorrow?
You know, long after we're all old and grown, and even these kids are grown, they'll always have each other. Maybe they'll see each other in the lineups. Maybe they'll be raising their kids surfing too. We'll always see each other in the ocean, or this is a sport you can continue doing until you're 70, 80.
Iolani's a little bit smaller, and versus like just having smaller groups like at the other schools, our whole school is connected, and it really translates to the surf team.
It's not divided by like girls and boys, different grade levels. It's like girls and boys from like 9th grade to 12th grade or like to alumni, because I'm an alumni now. Not only did I get to know them as surf buddies or teammates, but I also got to know them as like friends outside of the water.
Carissa Moore saying, people will always forget what you did, what you accomplished, but they'll never forget the way you made them feel.
3 years ago when Auntie Noli and I started, the goal was to simply build a family atmosphere. This year, they come early, they stay throughout the entire heat, rooting for each other. And really, it's that camaraderie, you know, the one team, one family, one community. That is really what carried us to this championship. They stay the entire hour 30, hour 45, cheer everybody on, and then they leave when we're all done. And when their teammates come out of the water, they're at the water's edge, high-fiving, hugs, everything, appreciating each other's effort. Auntie Noli and I sit down, and even the other coaches, whenever we see them, we're like, can you believe what just happened?
That's exactly why we do what we do.
And to see it all come together, it's just, you know, it's a huge credit to our surfers, to our coaches, and to our parents, and you know, and Iolani School.
You know, Coach Dave and I are stepping back. We have a text thread together. They always have our numbers. Everybody has our numbers, so they can always reach out wherever or whenever they need to. And at the Sunny's grad party last night, we saw some of the graduating surfers, or the ones who even graduated last year. You know, they'll always be a part of our family, no matter where we end up.
4, 5, 7, 8.
So look, see where Santucci is right now?
I'm very, very proud of our coaches. You know, I want to give a lot of credit to all of our coaches. The way we, as a team, and you coaches, supported all of these kids
That's what led us to this championship. 10 surf contests over the course of 3 months, and we were the most committed team because the kids love to come out, and coaches, that's because of you guys. This being my last year coaching the Iolani surf team, there are so many people to thank, and in the past I've always said there isn't enough time in a day to name all of you, but you know who you are. Well, this is my last chance to name all of you, so here we go. Coach Eddie Maruyama, our AD, the one who fights for surfing like no other. Thank you, Eddie, for all that you do. Coach Tom Robinson, he's our water patrol, he's our elder statesman, our helper. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you. Coach Aaron Fujikawa coaches our girl longboarders, along with Coach Lorianne Silva and Corey Briones. Thank you guys for all your energy and guiding our girls to so much success this year. Coach Mark Mizumoto, our bodyboarding coach and professor of Stoke. The guy is always down to go surfing, so thank you so much, Mark, and look forward to many more years of your help with Mason on the team next year. Auntie Mel Mizumoto, thank you for doing all the behind the scenes admin work for us as well, with Auntie Leigh Fortuno doing so much work for us and without the recognition, so thank you guys. Coach Don Arizumi, he's always down for a surf as well with the team, water patrol, water safety. Thanks so much, Don. You're awesome, man. Coach Eric Wayner, thank you for all the water shots and for stoking the kids out, and that really helped us to get our kids out to each contest and was a big difference in raising the commitment level of our kids, so thank you. Coach Shannon Silva, another one of our guys who are so stoked and have so much love for the kids, always calling free surf sessions. Thank you so much, Shannon, and the surf team's going to be in great hands with you and Uncle Ted Churchill, so thank you for your organization, Ted, and working with Shannon so well. And last but not least, second to the last but not least, Auntie Noli, thank you for all your work creating this family. Your dream has come true, and with your leadership, so thank you. Last but not least, the dream maker himself, Mr. Chris Butler. Coach Chris, thank you for all you do. Please take care of yourself and your health, because the world needs more people like you, so thank you all.